Welcome to NuttieBuddie Sports.
The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay, let's do it. Let's get in the last part of the podcast. What we're going to do now is we're predicting the playoffs. So we're going to predict this week of games, and then we're just going to predict who we think are going to championships in the Super Bowl. So let's start with this week. We'll start with the Pats versus Las Vegas. Let me double check here. I wrote something down wrong. Las Vegas versus the Bengals. See, I put Pats, and that's not right. So let's start with the Las Vegas Raiders against the Bengals. So let's see. Let me just a show of hands. This ain't really good for podcasting, but how many of us have the Bengals? Just show of hands. Okay, so you have the Raiders, Luke?
There's always a game in the playoffs that makes no sense, and I feel like this could be the one. It's just a hunch.
Okay, so let's see. Travis, you want to give your reason why the Bengals? Because you're the Bengals fan, so why don't you go ahead and give us your reason why the Bengals are going to win?
They are getting hot at the right time, just like when Green Bay made their Super Bowl run. So Burrow is very hot right now. I haven't read about his injury, if he tweaked it, how bad it was, but I think they're going to be just fine in this game.
Okay, nice. You're not worried about the frisky Raiders that the Waller and nothing Carr no okay.
So the only thing that could be bad is just it's his first playoff game, but he won a national championship, so I think he's gonna be all right.
Okay.
What was his nickname? Joe Burrow?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I can't say it out loud.
Okay. Travis? Not Travis. Sorry, Luke. Go ahead, Luke.
So the Raiders had a lot that could have affected them clearly this year, right? With off the field mumbo jumbo, whatever you want to call it. It just seems like, I don't know, with how that game ended, the last one, something like that where they chose to go and win. They didn't have to. I don't know. It's something about it leading into the playoffs. I like I like Derek Carr's attitude. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. I never trusted the Bengals at all this year. Even the games that they won, maybe it's because they watched them play the Jags and they weren't that great. I'm probably basing it off of that, which is probably wrong, I'm sure. But I feel like they are just as good as everyone else. Like if you told me it was week 10, I wouldn't say the Bengals are an obvious win. Like it was just a random regular season game. So I'm not going to say that just because it's the playoffs now I clearly take the Bengals. Like I feel like they have just as much of a chance to lose this game. That's how I feel about it. I don't think that they're superior because of Burrow with a bad ankle and Chase being awesome all year. That's just how I feel about it.
Okay, Chris, I saw your hand first. You want to?
No, do we all remember the last time the Bengals won a playoff game?
Ryan does.
1991, I think, right?
Yeah, it was either 1990 or 1991. So there's a lot of like historical forces working against them, but I think Joe Burrow has the alpha mindset to overcome.
Okay, Avery, you have anything to add? You're
muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
No, I'm not. This team had just beat a Chiefs team that is rolling like 2 weeks ago. They're on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got some help from the refs at the end of that game. I'd like to point out. Just point it out.
That's
point it out.
Fair point, Luke. Fair point. Any
into the mute box.
I should. Sorry, my bad. I should have put him in the waiting room. Next time you're going in the waiting room, Luke. Ryan.
So they said Derek Carr's never played in a playoff game, so him and Burrow are both making their first start.
Mm-hmm.
And I would take Burrow in that matchup, but I do like some Hunter Renfrow, so I'm hoping for some third and Renfrow conversions.
Okay.
Love Renfrow.
I do think it's going to be a close game, though. I do think it's a close game because I do think the Raiders have something going. But yeah, I do think the Bengals are going to win. Anything to add to this game? Anybody? We good to move on? Okay, let's go to our next game then. Well, there you have it. Luke is the only one that picked the Las Vegas Raiders to win. Who do you have winning the wild card matchup this weekend between the Raiders and the Bengals? Let us know in the comments below. Please like the video, subscribe if you like what you're hearing, and look out for some other videos and other predictions that we'll have loaded for this weekend. Also, if you'd like to listen to the rest of the podcast, click on the link below. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you guys soon.